Today's date is the 14th of February 2026. It is Valentine's Day, and what better way to spend it than on legs? So, I have a few things planned. It's going to be nothing crazy today. Just get in the gym, get out, get ready for tonight. Going to a party, which is going to be sound. Joint party, you know who you are. And yeah, just get a couple of good lifts in, and hopefully I'm going to film some shorts as well to check them up as well. So check my shorts out if you haven't already, and let's get in there. To start the day, we started with leg extensions, and I got to be honest, I don't exactly remember the weight, but I know it was quite heavy. I mean, for myself, heavy usually lies between 40 to 50 kilos, and I'm pretty sure that this is the 45 or 52 mark. Just a bit of a light warm up, just to get started. I could be honest, I was feeling up to it today. Coming in on a Saturday, I think that's 59. Coming in on a Saturday, just to get an extra leg day in. I mean, training legs once a week, for me, is not optimal because they lack compared to the rest of my body. So this year, this year is primal for me to get bigger legs. So if that means training twice, 3 times a week, then twice or 3 times a week it is. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of a seated leg curl. Like, I think they're alright, but I think there are better leg exercises. That's why I like to start with it, get the worst out the way, and save the best till last, you know? Oof, caffeine on a leg day is not needed. Honestly, this might be the first sign of a caffeine addiction, taking caffeine on a leg day. What are you doing, pal? But to be fair, if it gets you in the zone, it gets you in the zone. I was hoping to have a heavy leg day. Not so much about having the most sets, but rather getting the heaviest weight possible with the optimal set. That was a bit sour, was it, mate? Looked a bit sour. Just by the face gestures, really. There we are, struggling a bit. Just focusing on the muscles, my muscle connection. I mean, I feel like this exercise is very hard to get the form right. I feel like it's very easy for you to be able to slack off, be able to get away with not using proper form. So for me, I'd like to think about the muscle and try not to allow myself to do that. Right, next one. So for a bit more context here, I might have forgotten to brighten the brightness. So as you can tell, it's very dark. Annoyingly dark to the point where you can't really see the weight. However, I will commentate on this anyway. So we're looking at a 25 plate each side. It's either a 20 or 25. No, I'm going to say 20. 20 plate each side, plus the weight of 75 of the machine. I think that's 115 kilos. Again, just a warm-up weight to get used to the quads. Careful locking those knees. You do not want to do that. Oh, nearly locked it. But no, decent warm-up, just to get the weight up. And hopefully, I was aiming to get some PRs this session. Going for 2 plates now. So that's 40 each side. That's 80, 80 and 75, 155. I mean, that's a decent weight. At least it is for me. As someone who's got legs of a cyclist rather than a weightlifter, I think this is decent. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but definitely good nevertheless. I always feel like this machine will crush me. I don't know why. Moving on to my favourite, leg extensions. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if the form was quite right here. As you can see, I do swing a little. However, the burn was incredible. You see my legs shaking already, and we barely even started. Not even a crazy weight either. I like leg extensions. I feel like they push me to your max. At least they push me to my max. If you want to see how the rest of leg press went, check out the shorts. Keeping hydrated though, that's the important bit. When you're drinking so much caffeine, it's important you stay hydrated. Make sure I got the right grip. I don't know, I feel like those handles on the machines, I don't really like them. I typically stick to the metal bar behind and literally just hold on to the metal. My legs are uncontrollably shaking now. I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but the pump was mental. Absolutely mental. And for my second set, you can already see that I'm feeling rough. I'm feeling in the zone though. It's not often you get workouts like these where you're purely focused. It's finding gold in a gold mine. Hoo hoo hoo. Feeling that, feeling that. Moving on, I'm not exactly sure what exercise this is called. All I know is, I think it's calf raises. Yeah, it's definitely calf raises because you literally raise your calves on it. So we're going to call it calf raises. I'm sure there's a fancy name for the machine, but it's essentially what it is. It's standing and then they're seated behind me, as you can see. I prefer the standing one. I have to be honest, there's loads of different there's different ways you can approach this. I mean, you can approach it like I start approaching it, which is like keeping I'm going to say the palms of your feet, like the front on there, on the actual pad, and then letting your heel touch the ground. Slow and controlled on that as best you can. Or what else you can do is move it to just your toes on the edge. And I feel like that is better. If you go with only your toes, you do get, I don't know, it's more beneficial. I think I do it this set a bit better anyway. Just going off your toes, going slow. I feel like slow reps here really make you feel that burn. And I mean, I think as long as you're feeling the exercise mentally and you can picture it and envision it in your mind, then I think you're doing something right. You can feel it in an exercise if something feels off. If something feels out of the usual then. Two calf exercises, two quad exercises, and now we're going to hit the abductors. I usually use both the interior and the exterior, both machines. However, I know some people only use this one. I think it's personal preference, but I feel like if you're hitting one, you might as well hit the other, you know? Why deprive another muscle group? I know it's more commonly hit in other exercises, but I mean, you're there, you might as well do it. What's it take? An extra 5 minutes? In this video, however, I do skip them. I done weaker this week than last week on here, and I think it's important to note that for me, it's something to be frustrating when 1 week you've hit a new record and the next week you're a bit more behind than the usual, and you know it. And that's the worst bit, because you know you're putting 100% effort in, you're feeling fatigued, you're getting to failure, but it's not as strong as where it is. I don't know. Is it because I went harder today on other exercises that now I'm unable to do so in this? Or is it through other extraneous variables? First working set of 66 kilograms is a decent weight. Slimming down straight to 79. Try not to ego lift. But I tried this and it feels so much more heavier than last week. And as you can tell, I have to assist myself. I don't know if it's a mental block or physical block, but I'm just assisting myself because I know I can do the weight. It's just a bad session, I think. Check out these. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. I think I was right. It's nothing. That's all right. You know what? That's that definition. If we move it a bit more forward. Honestly, that's the best definition I've seen. Me think it's not going to be too crazy, but that striation going up there, a clear distinctive mark between. Look, you know what I'm trying to say? Look like a frog, man. That's pretty mean. know, that's quite mean. All things considered, I'm quite happy with that. Oh. Whew. Now that is a workout, if you ask me. Aye, me. Well, a bit of that video was cut out, so if you want to check that out, that's going to be up on the shorts. So I'll just hop on over after this video and check those out, because we hit some PRs, I'm pretty sure. I'll calculate the weight, but I won't go for a 1 rep I won't go for a 1 rep one more time. I'm not gonna go for a 1 rep max on a squat. I don't know why, but no. I can't do that, not me. But other people can, that's up to them. I ain't gonna get myself hurt. Not when I'm constantly as active as I am. No sorry. For the rest of the day, I gotta dress up nice, you know? I should have brought a towel, maybe some stuff. I didn't really think. I mean, I finished work at 2 AM yesterday, and by the time I got to bed, it was like 3. I just couldn't fall asleep, and that's 2 nights in a row of tossing and turning. It's like restlessness. It's probably caffeine, but do you think I'm gonna slow down the caffeine? No, I'm not. Now, I've voiced over this because I'm absolutely crashing out. I've had little to no sleep, and this is why sleep is essential. I'm talking absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. So make sure that you don't take too much caffeine, you get your sleep, you get your rest, because otherwise you're going to end up in situations like this where you're literally talking to yourself. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's all I have to say. No more words. No, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I hope you have an amazing day. Hope you go out, enjoy yourself. Just not too much. Yeah, if you're single, go out there, go ask someone, go spend some time with people you care about, people that care about you. And if you're out with someone, then just make sure you tell them how much you appreciate them. Have a good rest of your day. This has been Logan Rollins, and I'll see you in the next one.